Hi, ladies. Welcome to another edition of Beauty of Crypto's Coffee Talk. I'm Nicole, and I'm here with Brenda, and we just come to bring you some quick motivational tips. Today, we're going to be talking about networking. Brenda is the queen of networking. So, Brenda, what do you do when you need to start networking?
Well, I'd actually like to talk about a recent event that just came up this week. I found out about Stefan Livera, who's a big Bitcoin promoter, and he works for Swan Bitcoin. He was coming into Chicago, and it was a last minute kind of private event. And honestly, I'm a very shy person, a homebody. I don't really like to leave the house a lot because I just really can do a lot of networking and work from home. And so for me to go all the way down the city, I used to work down there, so it wasn't a stretch to go to Chicago or anything like that. It was going to be more of a hassle of dealing with all the traffic. But I knew this was like a rare opportunity to actually meet Stefan as well as network with some of the people that follow him. So I want to encourage you ladies to, when you have an opportunity like this, don't kind of get hogtied by it and actually go out and go to an event. And so that's one thing that I want to just say to you. And the second thing is that virtual events are great. And I love virtual events because it's great for shy people. It's a way for you to network without having to, go out of your kind of comfort of your home, and it's great for really busy people. But and so I think that's as well. So I went to a live event, but then this virtual events I think are a great way for you to network, and you can fit in more virtual events in a month's time than you can live events because of the time commitment and also the cost of going to live events. So Nicole, what do you say about like virtual events? Have you found them great for you for your business building?
Absolutely. I love virtual events because, like you said, especially as ladies, you have to take the time to get ready. You have to take the time to drive down. And virtual events just make all of that process a lot easier and a lot less time consuming. So I
Yeah.
definitely think they have their place. We have great events where we really get to know our ladies. So even with virtual events, just like with live ones, you want to make sure that the quality is there and that the events are serving you well. You don't want to go to something that's unorganized and where you're not really getting anything from it. But I do think it's important to make that balance with live events. So one of the things you mentioned when we spoke previously, when you went to that meeting, you actually were able to connect with Stephen Livera online. So you're taking that live experience and you're taking it back online. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. How did that go for you?
Yeah, I think it's a great way for you to mix them both. It's almost like social media. You can advertise your business on all the social platforms, but then that actually should correlate to actual sales where you can either meet someone in person for a sale or pick up your phone and someone calls you for a sale, and that's almost like a live experience. Same thing with
Mhm.
the networking and the in-person events too. I want to say, do try to do that at least once a month if you can. It's great for credibility building. If you want to be considered a thought leader for your industry, I would think there's less people going to in-person events than they are virtual right now because we've all been kind of spoiled by
Definitely.
the virtual opportunities.
Yeah.
And so by going now, you're meeting the people that are also willing to go and put in that time commitment. So that's a way for you to be like almost develop a leadership role at whatever, whether you're at a Rotary event or a BNI or a chamber event or whatever is your niche. And I would say pick your in-person events wisely so that way you know the demographics of people that are there, and how you can network with them better. And so I think there's a great balance between both, and I think that people should be doing both. And so by me
So
kind of go ahead.
So, two takeaways that I got from what you just said is number one, even with your virtual events, but especially with your live events, you need to prepare. And then number two, I think as with anything that we're doing in building our business or just in life, you need to have goals. So you need to say, I'm going to attend this many live events. I'm going to attend this many virtual events. Set your goals out in advance so that you're working towards something. And I think also you have to realize it's not going to be an overnight thing. You're building relationships, and that doesn't happen at one event. So by having those goals, you kind of are looking at a bigger picture.
Right. And that's perfect. Those are great takeaways. And also realize that virtual events can mean like live virtual events where there's other people, like we did Beauty of Crypto last night where there were women in the call. But then sometimes virtual events, I also look at them as networking within those platforms, whether you have a Discord, like Beauty of Crypto has a Discord where you can network kind of virtually, even though you're not seeing the women there, or
Right.
even in a Telegram or even in a Facebook group. So those are other ways too that you can sort of do that kind of virtual thing. So again, I think the takeaways are it's a win-win when you couple virtual events with live events, and then you do have the goals, when you're going to either one of those. And then again, the third, I think, takeaway, like you mentioned, Nicole, is this doesn't happen overnight. It is a time commitment. But when you put it in your calendar and you block schedule it, like Nicole talked about, then that is like a triple win. So
Absolutely.
I think that's awesome.
All right. Sounds good. Well, ladies, we hope you're able to take something away from this. If nothing else, get out there and start networking. And if you're looking for virtual events to attend, definitely check out our website, beautyofcrypto.com. All of our upcoming meetings are there. We have them 2 times each month, Tuesday, 6 Central Time, and they are free to attend via Zoom.
Awesome.
Brenda?
All right. Wonderful. Thank you, ladies. Well, we'll see you real soon.
Bye.
Bye.